at Beckenham Place Park again. Surprise. It's May. Just had the coronation. Strange thing that was. But anyway, we're out in Beckenham Place Park, and we've been through the winter. We've had the morels, we've had the St George's mushrooms, and we've had all the sort of spring shoots and things like that. It's nice. Yeah, this kind of mushroom foraging moves out of the woods and onto the verges and the fields, really. And so I wanted to point something out. This is very unusual, actually. So I went round to see the girls at their mum's, and in the garden were some fairy rings in April. And so I came to have a look and see if I could find any in the park, and here they are. Now, they're not very well known for April and May, and these are fresh. These not like these have been desiccated over the winter and been brought back to life. These are new growth. So, and they've been the mower has been over them. So this is a couple of weeks old, maybe a bit more. So these fairy rings, mushrooms, or mousserons, as the French call them, you know, they don't mind being treated badly, but they are very tasty. And you can normally tell them quite easily. They have this kind of nipple, this what's called an umbo, on the top. You see they've all got these little pointy bits on the top. The gills tend to run all the way to the edge, and they're quite sparse, and the whole thing feels quite light and papery, and the stem is bloody tough, really tough. And they smell gorgeous and mushroomy, so, you know, do a bit of IDing on them. Don't, you know, if you're not confident about these, then don't pick them, obviously, but it doesn't take a lot to get 100% confidence with these. I mean, they grow in rings, and if you look carefully, you might see it. There's like a ring thing going on here. They grow in rings, and I suppose the only kind of confusing things here would be the fact that it's May. So that's weird. You probably wouldn't see these until later in the year. Oh, there's a bundle here as well, look, baby ones. So you can see the little umbo a little bit better. There we go. So we'll take a few of those to terrify the children. They hate all these, I love them. But look at that, look, there's a whole village down there. Let's raid that and leave a bit to grow. Very unusual. Mousseron in May. Wow. I'll keep my eyes open for these as I go along, because if they're growing here, they'll be growing everywhere. Fingers crossed. Here we are in another corner of the park, and as suspected, there's more in a completely different part of the park. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe my knowledge of mousseron, fairy ring mushrooms isn't quite as good as it should be. But yeah, look at those. They're a bit more fresh. I think I'll just take the biggies and leave those little ones like I did before to grow and spread the spores. But this whole patch of grassland is quite productive as it gets warmer. You know, generally speaking, in the woodland this time of year, the trees become very active, so they drink a lot of moisture out of the ground. So what was quite humid in the autumn and the winter, when they're kind of dormant, in the summer, spring and summer, it gets really quite dry in there, so you don't see a lot of mushroom activity out of the ground. You do see them out of wooden stumps and things like that. But yeah, the moisture is really out here in the grass. Yeah, it's the best place to look. So on the verges of trees and woodland, and you know, in the kind of the mixed kind of flowers, so on. You'll find all kinds. Have fun.